Our vehicle broke down in the middle of the Sahara in the dead of night. I stumbled from the back of the pickup truck and fell on all fours onto the desert ground. The heat was suffocating. I remembered the war in Nigeria and all the money I'd given to the broker who had promised me safe passage to Libya. And now here we were, stuck in Niger. Our journey had been nothing but trouble from the start, and Libya was still a long way to go. At that point, crossing the Mediterranean Sea seemed like a distant dream. The driver quickly emerged from the hood of the vehicle, warned the mother to silence the baby before his cries attracted the rebel militia. She tried as best she could. I could not fathom the toll that the journey had on the child, as it was perilous for an adult. We huddled together, whispering stories of home, when one of the men stood up to relieve himself a short distance away. Suddenly, an agonizing cry cut through the air and we all turned in its direction. A man was running towards us, and he was being pursued. It seemed that the sand had come alive and was hot on his heels. In a few moments, he was consumed by it, and his shrieks of agony were muffled to silence. Someone exclaimed. Within moments, I saw the shadows move in our direction. The ants that infested our camp were unlike anything I had ever seen. They were huge, about the size of a cat. But most terrifying of all were the razor-sharp mandibles that tore into the skin, ripping out large chunks of human flesh. As I took off, I saw them swarm over people. I dared not to look behind as the shrieks of pain echoed throughout the desert. Shortly after, I heard a chorus of gunshots behind me. As I ran, I felt a shooting pain on my leg. An ant had torn into my calf, leaving a large gushing wound. I cried out and fell onto the sand. Another one had approached, but before it could bite into my leg, I instinctively grabbed a handful of sand and threw in the direction of its eyes. This gave me enough time to limp away as fast as my injuries would allow. I don't think I'd gone far when I heard a large explosion behind me and felt a strong wave of heat that seared into my skin. When I woke up, I found myself here in Agadez in what seems to be a military base for rebel militia. They had heard our cries and came to investigate. Upon seeing the army of ants attacking our camp, they launched a missile that killed off most of the ants and everyone else in the camp. I was the only survivor.